back to Magomed. When you see the footage of him going home with the belt that was yours, and all the hoopla and stuff, how does that make you feel?
People say that he won. People say that he lost. People say that I win. Like very contested, right? Why they don't give it a draw and a left with the belt?
So you are very motivated to get the belt back.
Absolutely. I can't wait for this moment to happen again, and it's going to be a very different fight. That day was not the same Alex Pereira. So if come the regular Alex Pereira, it's already more than that. But imagine now if it's different. It doesn't have to be a knockout. But I feel that I have enough game to do whatever I want with this guy.
Alex Pereira has finally broken his silence, calling out Magomed Ankalaev directly and vowing to reclaim his belt in October, promising to destroy him in their clash. The MMA world is buzzing, and the predictions are already splitting fans down the middle.
The first fight, it was largely uneventful. It wasn't exactly a blockbuster, and Alex Pereira kind of showed up. He was a little flat-footed. He didn't execute. He didn't pull the trigger, and for the most part, allowed Magomed Ankalaev to put him on the back foot, to threat takedowns, to push him up against the fence, and outstrike one of the best strikers that the UFC's ever seen. So, can Alex Pereira come back and beat him in the rematch? Alex Pereira signed with the UFC. He'd beaten Israel Adesanya a couple of times in the kickboxing world. That's kind of why he got fast-tracked to a title shot. He won 5 fights. He did it in devastating fashion. He looked really good. And Israel Adesanya had gone through all the competition anyway. So the fight made all the sense in the world. And a lot of people expected Pereira to win because Israel Adesanya isn't exactly a grappler. And that is exactly what happened. Madison Square Garden, November 2022, UFC 281. Alex Pereira stops him in the 5th round. Pereira just loading up with a lot of shots. Izzy was kind of hurt. He was covering up, falls to the floor. Mark Goddard steps in, stops the fight. Alex Pereira becomes the champion, fulfills his destiny, beats Israel Adesanya at Glory Kickboxing, comes to the UFC and did what everyone thought he would and beats him in the UFC and becomes the middleweight champion of the world. But I tell you what, this is why you've got to respect Israel Adesanya. Anytime I defend Israel Adesanya, people always talk a lot of shit. Say, why are you glazing him? Why are you such a big fan? Listen, real recognize real. You've got to be honest here. He did not need to take an immediate rematch against Alex Pereira. As I said, and you probably know, he'd beaten him a couple of times in kickboxing. He'd then just beaten him in the UFC. You might think other people would say, right, I'm going to go away. I'm going to improve on this. I'm going to bring in some better sparring partners. I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to bulk up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No, not easy. He said, you know what? Match me up with him again straight away. That takes real balls. And if you don't respect that, then I don't know what to say to you.
I got to go with my steak brother with Alex Pereira, man.
Alex Pereira, KO. I'm going to go with TKO KO.
I'll go Pereira as well.
I'm going to go with Alex Pereira. I could see it going to decision.
I've got to go Pereira. I've got to go Pereira.
Pereira only has one direction, and that's forward. I got Alex, man, all day.
I'm going to go Alex Pereira too.
I got to go Alex Pereira via knockout.
I am also going with Alex Pereira.
Ankalaev and Pereira fight.
Boatan, Shama.
50-50, but with a little bit on Pereira's side.
I'm going to go with Alex Pereira.
If Ankalaev will keep his word, and he said he will fight with Alex just in stand-up, if he will keep his word, Alex will win.
If you don't have Alex win this fight 1-3-5, you ain't shit. You ain't shit Mondays. If you don't have Alex win the third, I'll debate with you. I get it, but I can debate a winning round for Alex. 1-5, if you don't have Alex winning 1-5, you don't know the fucking sport. So for Alex, like, you're that scared of getting taken down by this guy who's never finished anybody? Doesn't even do ground and pound? You don't have faith in your skill set that you can get back to your feet? You gotta sit down your fucking punches, man. How else are you gonna beat him? But again, still thought he won the fight. Even with that terrible game plan and having this terrible fear of getting taken down, it's a nightmare for the UFC that he won. A nightmare. Look at Dana's face. You can tell by his face. He's looking at Bruce Buffer and he just goes, fuck. It's a nightmare that Ankalaev's champ.
Pereira is one of the most terrifying strikers in UFC history, armed with fight-ending power, pinpoint precision, and the ability to change everything with a single shot. Few fighters in the sport's history have carried danger the way he does.
Well, I do know he can strike and move, though.
Pereira just sucks.
You think he's terrible?
I think he's horrible at every other thing, like striking. Yeah.
Really?
I don't think he can wrestle.
But in the last fight, though, he showed that he was able to stay upright enough and get back to his feet when taken down.
Okay. I'm just gonna skip that.
You don't think he's that good?
That whole subject's just gonna go out the door.
Why? You just think he's bad?
The dude beat Israel twice in kickboxing, so they're trying to find any route in hell to get him to the top.
Since the Pereira fight, everyone knows who I am now. I gave my all in that fight, and that's what the people wanted from me, to get that type of like acknowledgement. Because I've been in the UFC for so long, but that fight really showed people like who I am against a guy like Alex. Now I feel like I've made my mark and been like, hey, I'm here.
You know when hit, how to hit, and he hits hard.
What are your thoughts on guys like Alex Pereira moving up and now dominating 2 different weight divisions?
He's a beast, man. I've been training with him. Sometimes he's a beast.
Where do you train with him?
Glover's place.
In Danbury?
In Danbury, and also he went to my place too with Glover. Because Glover and I, we are very close, no? Still.
Really?
Sometimes we get together and we training with Alex and training. He knows how to fight. You know, he's a beast. Because people know he's kind of awkward sometimes. His movements look, only he can't do that move. No, he kicks like that. But like I said, no, he follows the principle. He knows the distance, he knows the time.
Fans believe that if Ankalaev makes even the smallest mistake on the feet, Pereira will punish him instantly. His left hook alone has ended careers. That's why so many are already predicting a knockout finish in Pereira's favor. But on the other side, Ankalaev supporters argue this is exactly the kind of fight he's built for. Patient, calculated, and relentless with his wrestling, Ankalaev thrives in breaking strikers down and dragging them into deep waters.
Fight that he was winning, he got caught in a triangle from one of the best guard players in the sport, and now he's the UFC light heavyweight champion of the world against the most devastating champion we've seen in years. I mean, it's really an impressive performance by Ankalaev. He did everything he had to do. He pressured him on the feet. He showed that Pereira has a harder time fighting off the back foot, and he did what had to be done. You know, there was really only a couple moments where Pereira stunned him. The head kick. There was a couple other moments where he caught him with good shots, but mostly Ankalaev was controlling the distance, was putting the pressure on him, and we saw Poatan fight in what, you know, up till now is an uncharacteristic position. Backing up and avoiding shots. His UFC debut, he got caught by Paul Craig in a...
Striking is underrated. His fight IQ is sharp, and he carries the kind of grinding style that could smother Pereira, weigh him down, and drag him into deep waters. Fans backing Ankalaev repeat the same mantra: avoid the left hook, control the cage, and Pereira's power won't matter. This fight is massive for the light heavyweight division. Alex Pereira has already proven he can rise to the occasion, jumping from middleweight to claim gold at 205. Ankalaev, meanwhile, has been waiting for his moment, and many believe October is finally his chance to seize the spotlight. For Pereira, this is about more than another knockout. It's about proving he isn't just a striker with dynamite in his hands, but a champion who can adapt against wrestlers and grinders. For Ankalaev, it's about shutting down the hype and finally taking the belt that slipped through his fingers before. The MMA world is split. Some see Pereira delivering another highlight reel finish, the kind of knockout that cements him among the all-time greats. Others believe Ankalaev's patience, wrestling, and composure will be enough to silence Pereira once and for all. Either way, the stakes couldn't be higher. Pereira says he's coming back for his belt, and is coming to destroy Magomed Ankalaev. Now the world waits to see if he can actually do it.